Hey people, Jacob here at Sutherland Chevrolet in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and I'm here today to show you our 2022 GMC Canyon Denali. I'm going to walk around the outside here, show you any good, anything bad, anything in between that I notice, and then we'll go to the interior and I'll show you that as well. I'll start back here behind the driver's side wheel well. It needs another bath, as you can tell, but other than that, everything looks pretty good here. Things are a little dusty, but I'm not noticing any scratches or anything. That is just, rainwater, dirty water that we washed it with. Who knows, Same thing down here. That'll just wipe off. It looks like there's a little tiny nick there on the door. Not gonna happen. But the rest of this, maybe a little spot right there on my finger, that might be hard to pick up on the camera. You can probably see it there in the reflection. But all in all, the side seems pretty clean. Not really noticing anything here other than just dust. So much dust. This corner looks good. You got a little scrape right there, I'm noticing now. But other than that, I think it looks good. Let's see the front bumper. Not really noticing anything here. Just some dirt, that'll come off. Just some dirt or bird, like up there. That'll come off. Generally, these painted bumpers, as well as the hoods, rock chips come up, especially on a black car. And they show. So you'll see, getting dirt all over myself, but it's worth it. So surprisingly, this thing probably didn't get much interstate use, or if it did, it wasn't behind any big trucks, because it doesn't look like it's got many, rock chips. So it looks pretty clean. It's pretty surprising there. Now what is this? See, that's just dirt. All of that is just dirt, or probably bird shit that I'm getting on my hands. So lovely. But hey, it's worth it to show you the truck. Over here on this panel, everything looks good. You got a couple little scratches there. But yeah, it looks really good. Over here on the passenger side, let's check this door. There's some more bird there for you. Maybe a little tiny rock chip right there. But that's the thing, is whatever you drive, you're going to get rock chips. It's inevitable unless you've got some kind of paint protectant film on it. But on a black car, they tend to be more noticeable. So like you got one right there, little tiny rock chip. Here's the thing, you step away from this thing, it's not something that you're going to notice. You're going to know it's there, other people aren't going to see it. But see, I thought that was one, but that was just some kind of dust or something. Let's see here. Everything looks good. Something I completely forgot to check because I was so busy looking for scratches is the wheels. So we'll go back through and I'll show you those. Yeah, everything looks pretty good here, man. Everything looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Got one spot right there. A couple spots up here. Little scratches. Maybe the camera didn't show that, or I didn't show that in the camera very well. And then here, you just got more dirt, man. More dirt. Nasty, hard rainwater that we get here in Kentucky. And on the back bumper here, let's see. See, I thought that was a scratch. That was just dust. So yeah, man, it's pretty clean. Let's go and look at the wheels real quick. This one looks good. This one I'm not noticing anything on. Let's see here. Driver's side front looks good. Yeah, and then the rear driver's side looks good too. So all in all, the wheels are in great shape. That's surprising. People love to curb those things. Back here, Things look pretty good. You know, as you can see, it's pretty dusty back here. But you also got this cover. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to show you with one hand here, but it's got these releases you pull on here, and then it rolls up. So it's a rolling cover. But I'll probably need somebody's help to take a better video of showing you that. But looks like it seals up good and everything, which is nice. Of course, you got steps here, helpful for getting in and out. For some people, I'm 6'4", so for me, they're just kind of, you know, there. Yeah, the interior, I mean, is in fantastic shape. I don't think you're going to have any problems there. The big wear and tear parts are usually right here, and it looks pretty good to me. You know, you got these wrinkles here. That's normal. You know, leather's a skin. Just like the skin's in your hand, you know, or your skin. It's going to get wrinkly. It's not going to be perfect, but that just makes it special, you know. But the interior is in, you know, immaculate shape. I don't think you're going to have any problems there. It's been running this whole time, so it's very quiet. Here, you know, you got wood panel here, wood paneling on the doors, which is nice. Lock, unlock, power windows. You got the little power, like child safety thing to keep them from opening those back doors. Your window locks as well to keep people from, you know, playing with the windows. Your power mirror adjusters right there. You select the mirror you want to adjust, and then you make the adjustment. And just to show you on the other side there. So pretty nifty. It's become normal equipment, but I still like to show everybody. You got your exterior lighting controls here, your interior lighting, your four-wheel drive controller, this is an integrated brake controller. Nice little feature. May never use it, but it's worth having, I think, in case your trailer runs something and it's got brakes on it. You don't have to have some box banging against your knee. It's all just built in right there. So behind the steering wheel. On the steering wheel, of course, you got little buttons here to change the information being displayed on the digital information center up there. But it can show you, you know, your trip information, tire pressure, oil life, fuel economy, you know, oil pressure, all kinds of stuff. It can show you navigation instructions up there. You know, you can make phone calls from it, change what you're listening to on the radio, all that stuff. Then on the other side of the steering wheel, you got your heated steering wheel here, which is very nice. If you got cold hands, or you have arthritis, or, you know, it's just a cold day outside, it heats up the steering wheel pretty quickly and can make it a little bit more comfortable for you. This adjusts your forward collision alert distance, which it will alert you. There's not a finite number for that because it varies based off of the speed that you're going, as well as the speed that the vehicle in front of you is going, what that distance is. So, but it does change it. So it's just something to really play with. I say keep it at its highest setting right there, and then drive and see how you feel about it. If it's going off a lot, probably means you're driving too close to the people in front of you. However, you can turn that down to maybe where it doesn't bug you as much, or even turn it off. So, but it's there to keep you safe. So I would say keep it on its highest setting. Over here, you got your cruise control. All the buttons right there for controlling that. On the back of the steering wheel, on the right side, you got some buttons back there that change the volume up and down on the radio. Let's see if we're listening to anything. Probably not. And then over on the left side, you've got buttons back there that change what you're listening to on the stereo, like go through your different presets, or if you've got a phone hooked up, you know, via Bluetooth, and your excuse me, sorry about that, had to sneeze. But if you're listening to Bluetooth music, you know, and you're listening to your favorites or something, or you're listening to a playlist, you can cycle through the tracks in the playlist. So very, very nice. Of course, behind the steering wheel, you've got these little stems here. This one, you know, for your turn signals, as well as, what else am I doing here? I'm doing something. Oh yeah, your brights. And then over on the right side, you've got your windshield wipers, so making adjustments for those, turning them on and off, so forth and so on. Spraying yourself. And then over here, you've got what most people will be playing with, which is the stereo. Of course, it's got built-in navigation, which is very nice. Some people don't care about it these days because they just use navigation on your phone. I still find it very useful. The vehicle also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you got an iPhone or an Android phone that's like, you know, reasonably new, if you don't, you should probably just go get one at this point. But if it doesn't work, but the phones for the last like 5 years, to my understanding, If the model's that new, they should pretty much all work, whether that's an iPhone or an Android phone. But you plug the phone into the little USB ports down here, and it would actually display a extension of your phone screen up on the display here. So like if you wanted to use the navigation from your phone, you plug it in, you know, you can show the navigation up there. You can use different apps like Waze and, you know, and listen to music on your phone, but it can be in a, you know, format that you're more familiar with. So just gives you some options there. Of course, if I go back to the home here, go back to music, you know, you've got the AM, FM. You can see where Christy, the lady that takes our pictures, his phone was connected here. She likes to, you know, show people what that looks like. But AM, FM, Sirius, that's all here. Traditional Bluetooth. Yeah, so cool stuff. Down here you've got your controls for the HVAC. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think you're going to have any problems there. It does have automatic climate control, which is similar to how the controllers usually work in people's homes these days, but you can pretty much hit auto here and set it at a temperature. I'm fat and I'm 6'4", so I got a little warm. See, that's kicking up pretty much a little too much there, so I'm going to turn down the fan speed. You can set it to a temperature and it will just automatically adjust to that, which is really nice. Down here, you got a bunch of different little buttons, okay? So you've got a trailer brake controller here. You know, this is a Denali, so it'll have every option available on these vehicles. But, I mean, sorry, that's not a trailer brake controller. Your trailer brake controller is over here. That's your actual trailering mode. So you press that, this little orange light will come up. I'm gonna just, can I zoom in anymore? Yeah. All the way over there to let you know that your trailering mode is on. My understanding, it holds the gears longer. That's kind of the purpose of that. And then you've got your traction control off there. Generally, every time you start the vehicle, the traction control will be on. I highly advise you leave it on. But if for some reason you're stuck in mud or you're stuck on ice and you can't get the vehicle going or out of the situation, sometimes turning that traction control off can help. So that's the button for that. Of course, you got your hazards to the right of that. You've got your bed lamp to the right of that. So you press that button, it'll light up orange, and then the lamp on the back of the cab will shine into the bed so that you can see that at night. You've got your lane change alert with lane keep assist there. So you press that button, and when you're going above about 50 to 55 miles an hour or more, somewhere in that area, if you're changing lanes improperly, meaning you're not using your turn signals, then, you know, the vehicle may beep at you. It may also adjust the steering wheel slightly back over into the lane. If you're using your turn signals like you're supposed to be when switching lanes on the interstate, you know, then it won't do anything. It'll just let you drive into incoming traffic if you want to, or drive into that car on the other lane, because it's going to assume that you actually want to make that maneuver because your turn signal's on. But yeah, that's the point of that. To keep you safe, you've got your parking sensors here. You can turn those on and off. Generally, I would just leave them on, but you can turn them off there just in case, you know, the parking sensors. So as you get close to items, you know, whether that's in front of you or behind you, it'll start beeping at you to alert you, you know, that you're getting close to an object, whether that's a person or a light pole or another vehicle. And it'll show kind of like a little sonar thing up here to let you know, give you an idea about how close you're getting. The car will also start beeping at you, and the faster it beeps, the closer you are to an object. So once it starts beeping pretty quickly, you probably need to stop. Hold your foot down on the brake, you know. But so if for some reason you want to turn that feature off, you can turn that off right here as well. Underneath that, you've got your heated seats here. Those will light up red, and then your cooled seats on the inside for the driver, and then on the outside for the passenger. So I'm a big guy, so I tend to prefer the cooled seats. Your cup holders are down here with your shifter. You do have a plus and minus option for the shifter. If you want to kind of, you know, put it into low and kind of manually shift gears in a way, or set the highest gear in case you were trailering. Underneath that, you've got a wireless cell phone charger right here. Something to note is that some phones do not fit where that is. So like my phone's a little bit too big, a little too oversized to fit in that little spot there, but they do work very nice. I'm a big fan of the wireless charging technology. You got a pocket here. It's a nice deep pocket. You can fit all kinds of, you could probably fit maybe 20 Twinkies down there, I'd say at least. So nice. You've got some storage there, your glove box. You do have a manual. You also got this guy, which is for the capless fuel system. I can give you more details on that in person or over the phone. But the interior looks fantastic. I just kind of wanted to show you as much as I could on the inside. But again, this is Jacob over at Sutherland Chevrolet. This is our 2022 GMC Canyon Denali, fully loaded. And if there's anything I can do, you can reach me here on my cell phone at 859-492-1137. Thank you and have a wonderful day.